I do think with every student of mine, I have learned so much about, different cultures and stuff like that. It's very, very fascinating. And I think I actually wrote an article recently, haven't published it anywhere, but I think culture is what makes and breaks India always.
Mhm.
And it's tragic and it's beautiful and romantic. So yeah, I agree with you on that.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm good. Thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm good. What all did you do today? Have you had a fun day?
No, not a fun day. It was a normal day. I didn't do anything special. Yeah, it was a pretty normal day as we talked, I think, in the another session that I don't do a lot in the mornings or just especially I start my day from the afternoons and I do most of the things in the evenings or nights. That's how it works.
All right. Well, yeah, what do you want to talk about today?
Okay, so today, actually, first of all, tell me like how was your day so far?
Yes, my day was also good. I guess I went to the gym, but then I had a meeting about this creative writing workshop I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
This weekend with adults and children. So I'm quite excited for that. I'm making a bunch of posters. I'm going to make the kids write postcards, which I don't even know if they know how to write a postcard. But yeah, all that fun stuff is happening. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Okay. So apart from this, how's the weather in Bangalore? Is it changing or can't just you tell like it's a really good weather all the time?
It's
So,
good weather, but there are days when Bangalore is a moody little child. I have to say. Um, yeah, I mean it's nice, but it's been raining at night a lot. So that definitely makes because of the NGO work I do, I have to go to these slums and I can tell that there's a lot of mosquitoes there. There's a lot of kids just in puddles, and I'm scared that they're going to get ill. Yeah.
absolutely. And they must like if they get sick, it is very difficult for them to get the medication or the proper medication, right?
Yeah, usually we have to assist them because a lot of hospitals can take advantage of them, not knowing they're allowed to get some free healthcare if they're really sick or, whatever. But yeah, someone needs to be there, someone needs to guide them. Actually, a few months ago, it was raining really bad, and there was this viral flu going around, and one man had to be in the ICU for a while. So that was very scary for their family because they hadn't been to a big hospital like that and in the ICU and stuff. So yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I can understand. So yes, as we talked about this, the weather of Bangalore. So today we are here to talk about winter season. So first of all, we are going to talk about the season. So tell me, like, how many seasons are there in Bangalore? As you say, like most of the time, it's like yeah.
It's either I don't understand it when we teach like with the kids when I teach them summer, winter, autumn, and monsoon and all of these things because I don't
Mhm.
see that. It's mostly just really sunny, really wet, or really cold. Um, I guess this is supposed to be autumn, but I don't know if we have autumn. Um, Sorry, I'm saying it like a really pompous little lady. But yeah, um,
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, when it's sunny, it's really sunny to the point where I feel like I'm burning. And I get headaches really bad. But I actually like it when it's cold, because I get to wear my sweaters and the mornings are really calm. And yeah, I guess. What
So
about
have you
you?
ever been?
How's the season
Uh-huh.
there?
For us, we have all the seasons, I would say. We have winters. Absolutely. We are heading towards the winter. That's why I wanted to talk about it. Because after Diwali, the winter starts. And right now, the season is a kind of autumn. that you are telling me. So we are
Um,
experiencing this autumn, not very hot, not very cold, but after Diwali, it just becomes not that cold, but like October, then November, then December and January. Sometimes
right,
it gets freezing cold. Within 15 days, it would give a lot of trouble to people. As you said, like it's for the poor people, it's really difficult to manage, and many people live on the streets, right? The condition. In city, of course, everywhere many people don't have houses, so for them it's really difficult to survive in those 15 days. They don't have proper just woolen clothes, they don't have blankets, the quilt, so it is very difficult for them to survive. Yeah.
absolutely. I think also even if we like try to help them with like donating raincoats and sweaters, sometimes there's not enough. I mean, there's never going to be
Mm.
enough for all of them, you know. That's a very heartbreaking part of it. Um,
Why not? Just think, like we are sitting just inside the house,
yeah.
windows are closed, then blanket, then quilt, then also we are feeling cold, and then we have sufficient clothings. Then
Yeah.
think about them, they are sitting outside under the sky completely, don't have enough clothings, right? And
Yeah.
not about they can't even think about the luxurious or the thick blankets also.
Yeah, some of them can't go to work in the morning because it's that cold. And if they're going later, they get in trouble because they're in tempos and a bunch of people go at
Mhm.
once, then that's not legal. And I think some of the kids also skip school because they'll have to go through so many puddles. A lot of them walk like 5 kilometers, 7, 10 kilometers to get to school. Or even the workers. And so it's really like heartbreaking. Sometimes if the donation's really little, we can only give like one raincoat per house, which is, diabolical in its own right. But yeah.
Yes, yeah, that is there. So we can't even think about their problems. Only we can imagine, right? So that's what sometimes I think, like we close even our windows, we put on the curtains, then we use all the clothings we have, the blankets, even though I remember always when it becomes a little freezing cold, I use both. I use blanket and quilt as well. I don't know you have experienced that kind of cold in Bangalore or not, but for me, especially, I feel really cold. And most of the time, when it becomes really cold, I use both the one blanket,
Yeah.
then I quilt, that I just mix it together, then I use
Oh,
it. Otherwise,
that
I
actually sounds
always
very
keep.
comfortable. I will say that sounds very comfortable. Yeah, I like all my thick sweatshirts on and like a shawl on top of the sweatshirt or a sweater on top of that again. I like layering and layering and layering as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is there. So what I was talking about just seasons in my place, we have like extreme summers. Of course, it goes up to 48, 46, which looks like the burning outside, like when you go May and June. And we have like extreme, I would say, we don't go into minus. That is not here. It is around 2, 3, 4, 5, like, sometimes, no, yes, exactly. That
That's
is
very
not,
cold.
that's very cold, but it does not happen that oftenly, I would say. The generally it goes up to 10 or 15 like that. So but sometimes it goes up to like 5 or 6, then it is really difficult for people to manage,
Yeah.
just but we don't have experience of going into minus. Yesterday I was talking to one of my students, and we were, so in Delhi, in it was like minus 1.3 in 1977, they recorded it once. So, but recently it was like, 0 0.3 degrees centigrade, I think 2024 or 22, I'm not sure. So 24, I think. So that is there. So it is around that. Sometimes it goes to like, little by 1 or 2, but not just into minus. And then we have like, summers, we have winters, we have like, autumn, we have fall. So we have all these, and we have a spring as well. So I think we have all the seasons here.
Right. I think what's very I mean the coldest I've ever felt over here was probably in my hometown. Like our Chikmagalur and Coorg and these Malnad areas, right? So they're hill stations. So it's very, very dangerous. And like I've been in Coorg at times when like there's literally landslides like right above. So it can get very, very scary. And especially because it's like festivals, festive season, a lot of people are going back to their hometown right now. Even a lot of people are going to Tirupati all the time, and sometimes it's very dangerous there, especially during, winter and during monsoon and stuff.
Yes, Coorg actually it's interesting place because I was reading a book that is First Flight. So that is the CBSC book of the 10th standard, and they have this chapter, Coorg, where they talked about the Coorg and the culture and the people and everything and the beauty of Coorg. So they talked about it's a beautiful place and very nice to be there. So it's nearby your hometown?
Well, I'm from Chikmagalur, but I have a lot of friends in Coorg and Karkala, and these are all the Malnad areas, that side of Karnataka. So, yeah, and we go there quite often, but I will say it's very, this is a shitty thing to say, but I will say it's very aesthetically pleasing. It feels good on the heart because when you're there during that time, you feel like you can introspect, you feel like you can write for a long, long time, which I did do when we went to Kurk to like explore and like go to some new areas, but then I ended up just staying in because it was that dangerous to go outside. But I did get a lot of writing done, and it does feel like you're watching everything that's happening inside your head, like out there on the open, if that makes any sense.
Yes, so means it's very nice. What it depends like what you like to do. So you can do it's a peaceful area with a full of nature and so beautiful. Actually, yeah. So that's what I read. So it's very nice. But yeah, that, I was talking about the winter. So you
Yeah.
did not experience a lot of winters. So only experience that. So have you ever been to like Shimla or some
Mm,
other
I really
beautiful
want to.
or Mhm.
I really want to. It seems like such a beautiful place, and I really do want to go, but I've never been. No, there was
Okay, so did you go to Northeast or like have you
a
ever been out of South India?
I've gone to Kolkata, but that was in the summer. I've been to Rajasthan, but that's in the summer, so I don't really go up north too much. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I can relate to it. Even though I'm not very much into traveling, so I didn't visit even though the states from North India. So what about South India? I can't even think about it. So about the distance, like if you're in Karnataka to suppose like Jammu and Kashmir, the long distance. But Jammu and Kashmir is so beautiful. People like to go there. They
yeah.
call it like heaven on earth.
Yeah, don't read the news. But yeah, I mean, there was a school trip to Kashmir, and I remember um, there was a train from here to Delhi, and then from Delhi there was a different bus, and then another place, and staying up. It was a days of travel to get there, but I
Mhm.
did hear that it was very much worth it. I was sorry that I couldn't go.
Yeah. Yeah, if you come to Delhi, it's very easy for you to go to other states of North India or the
Yeah,
up northeast maybe. And second thing, of course, otherwise you have to fly. So if
yeah,
you fly from maybe the Bangalore to Srinagar or if they have direct flights, I don't know about it. So that
Mhm.
is there, but it depends if some people are crazy about traveling, they're ready to go anywhere.
yeah.
And first of all, India is a beautiful country and you can experience whole different weather, whole different
That's true.
culture, the seasons and everything. It like if you go to some up northeast, you feel like it's a different country, the different people, like whole different things. So
Yeah,
India is full of diversity, so that is
yeah.
there.
I do think with every student of mine, I have learned so much about, different cultures and stuff like that. It's very, very fascinating. And I think I actually wrote an article recently, haven't published it anywhere, but I think culture is what makes and breaks India always.
Mhm.
And it's tragic and it's beautiful and romantic. So yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yes, yeah. Okay. So, as we talked about it, so I wanted to talk about the winters, but you're not very much experienced in it. So, but you would you like to experience winter? Suppose like if you have to go to Toronto or maybe like Canada, because I heard from my students that is also really cold for
Very
people
cool.
like Indians go there. First or second year, they have to learn a lot of things that how to survive in winters.
Yeah.
Inside the house it's completely whole different scene, like this that is really warm, but when you go outside, oh my goodness, you have to be on high alert mode, I would say. So that is
Yeah.
there.
My friend moved to Birmingham for college,
Mhm.
and I think for a whole year that she was there, she was sick because she was not used to how cold it was. And
Mhm.
like every time it got sunny, she would send me a picture. She's like, finally, like the one day, it's a good day. But yeah, I do want to go to these places and I do want to experience that kind of weather and that kind of atmosphere. Um, I feel like I've been through the moods in Bangalore, but definitely it's a really good weather here. It's kind of as stable as it can bear to be. But
But now due to this climate change, things are changing everywhere. Even though the Bangalore is experiencing hot weathers, they didn't experience.
yeah. But the like lowest temperature I can think of is like maybe 17, 18. Like I don't think
That
it,
is also cold
yeah.
for, even though for us it's cold, like if it is 17, but when it comes to like 10 or 9, like it becomes freezing cold for us. That's
Yeah.
what we can say, because I don't live in England, or I don't live in Canada, so I'm here in India. And moreover, like whole of the seasons are occupied by the summers nowadays. So
Yeah.
nowadays summer is all over the seasons, I would say. Here in
Ah,
my state particularly, like 8 months, 9 months are full of summers. That's what we can
sun
say.
is such a show off lately.
Yeah, that is there.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me, like, so as you told me, like you have been to Kolkata, if I'm not wrong. So what did you like about Kolkata, and what time is was when you were there, in the summers or the
Yeah.
time of like Durga
Summer.
Puja or
Summer. It was April or May 2023. It was very,
Mhm.
very, very sunny. So I remember like my dad was getting ill and like getting such a headache because of how very hot it was. We weren't used to that, I think. But
Mm.
I love Bengali culture. Like I love the traditions, little their jewelry, their rituals, and I
Way
love
of actually dressing themselves. That
yeah,
is a lot of whole lot of culture that
and yellow taxi.
Bengal has been already like always a great or the strong culture which represents
So
India as a whole.
literary, so literary as well. Tagore's house.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember I
Mm.
cried there. I was so happy to be in that. I felt like I was watching him write as I was moving through the house, and it meant so much to me as a writer myself. I cried to my mom. I was like, I feel so like heavy here. Um, yeah, and yellow taxis, of course. On a lighter note, yellow taxis are great.
Yeah. So actually, Bengal has been always great with the culture. As you said, like a lot of influential people come from there. And about the India as a culture, like even though the Bengal represents a lot, if you talk
Yeah,
about the costume and the way of just dressing themselves, that's so cultural, I would say.
yeah.
And but due to that only, the Britishers have just done a lot of things there. You would see a lot of British buildings over there as in
A lot of
Bengal.
those old
So
buildings. Yeah, yeah.
yes. Oh, because they wanted to actually get there where India is the most influential part of the India, and Bengal has been the one of the states, and they had been there for very long. So that is there. So that you would be able to see till now. You would be able to see a lot of
Yeah.
buildings.
I was like going through it, and I was like, I feel like I'm in such an old little city right now. Like the architecture is so different. It's so earthy as well. I don't know how to describe it, but
Moreover, you would feel a bit like a British empire. Because if you would see the British buildings, maybe you would feel like because same architecture they occurs.
Yeah, but I think, yeah, definitely. But I do think that um, it's strange because you would expect like it to be very developed because there's so much
Mm.
culture and so much literary
Mhm.
greatness over there, right?
It is still they are preserving those buildings, right? Because that is a kind of historical things for them and the kind of tourist places. Even though if I talk about my city, Kanpur, so Kanpur is also was one of the most important cities. Here was cotton mills and all these things were there. So it was also very important part for them for their business and things. So it's
Right.
still we are able to see a lot of buildings. If I talk about Kanpur Central Railway Station, it's all about like British building the area which is the main posh area of Kanpur, it is full of like Britishism, I would say, till now.
Okay. All right, that's so interesting. I do think like a lot of the North is, I guess, socially, should I say, or um, socio-politically behind. I think in Kolkata, I expected this wholesome little aesthetic picturesque city, but I went there and I felt quite unsafe a lot of the time. So yeah, I guess development is going only that far. So
Yeah, that's what the difference is. That's what I'm talking about. India is known for that. In every single state, you would feel something different. And there's some parts of the states also you would feel like, oh my goodness, it's completely. If I talk about the West UP, West UP is completely different from East UP. If and we are in the Central UP, so
yeah,
that is so whole different part. Like Central UP looks different from the West UP, and the West UP looks completely different from the East UP. So that is
yeah,
also there.
yeah, definitely. Okay, well, this has been a lovely discussion, but I have another session now, so I do have to leave. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Of course, we will discuss any other topic next time.
All right.
So, okay, thank you so much. Many, many thanks to you for your precious time and thoughts. Bye bye.
Of
Take
course.
care.
Thank you.